Hi, everybody. It's Sunday, January 5th, and I'm going to be looking at what I'm looking at for the week to come. So, starting off with SPY on the weekly, kind of what I was looking for was a kind of weekly higher low off of this. So, I targeted this EMA. So, this is the 20-day EMA. So, it's bouncing off of that, which is to be expected. So, on the daily, we're scouting this daily head and shoulders pattern, but got a double bottom. So kind of wouldn't be surprised if this kind of just tightened up into next week. So maybe a little bit of a bounce early next week and later next week a little sell off just to kind of tighten up here into January. And then we probably get a break in February. So we can see too the ADX is a little below its daily average. So kind of just chilling out on the trading until, at least on SPY, until this we get a little bit of a bounce here because we see on the 4 hour potentially a zero line cross. So this was kind of weak on the short term. So that's why I'm not looking too bullish, like super bullish. Hourly, we're still below the zero line. So in order for me to probably initiate a trade, if it would be something on this zero line break, would be a pretty good break because really, we're just looking for a daily higher low, so we can't get too excited if we see a little bit of green because I would expect a rejection off of this. So QQQ is similar, but just slightly weaker. You can see on Thursday it broke the FOMC low rather than um, kind of getting support right above it like SPY. But nonetheless, we broke right into a bounce. So potentially it's a little too early, but a break, a bear break with no follow through, starting to bounce could kind of lean itself towards a channel or um um a falling wedge. So something to keep an eye on. But again, 4 hour is looking not great. So I would be expecting again something a lower high. Hourly still bearish. So still have my QQQ short. Pretty much risk free with a stop up here. So basically, if we break this high, I'll get out. Most likely, we then there's the all-time high, which nothing bearish about all-time highs. So yes, that's something to look out for. Then SMH, Nvidia had a big green day on Friday. Um, so which obviously gave the semiconductor ETF a big green day. But nonetheless, we're just still in this range, so just still very tight on the daily, weekly, yeah, just very tight, but still, this is honestly bullish monthly consolidation. I wouldn't be surprised if this breaks bull, just because this consolidation has been really healthy. So, um, kind of an entry I'd be looking at is, yeah, I'm just being patient as this for like this basically 4 hour ADX and Impulse MACD to give me some sort of indication. So some sort of longer term indication. Because the hourly Impulse MACD has just been kind of going back and forth, kind of getting chopped up. So I don't get chopped up. So just zooming out, being patient, and waiting for this to break. IWM, oh, we can look at XLF. Probably start adding XLF into this. XLF, the on the weekly. Again, just looking for a weekly higher low, so nothing bearish. But again, the key indication that I'm looking for in the greater market for bear scenarios, I mean, unless we lose these weekly EMAs, I'm not flipping bearish, too bearish at all. I have a small QQQ short just for a starter position, and it's risk free at this point. So yeah. But for XLF, the same, similar, but a little bit weaker. It's about the same. It's a little bit stronger than maybe than SPY. Let's see. XLF divided by SPY. So it's a little bit. It's been weak. It was weaker and starting to maybe trying to get stronger. So maybe some rotation into XLF because it's been weak for the past couple weeks. It's been really weak. So trying to get maybe a daily trend change to kind of get some rotation. So again, on the shorter term, medium term time frames, like we have a 4 hour hourly impulse MACD cross, which is bearish. Hourly is still below the zero line, so the only way, so if we got a zero line bullish MACD cross, then maybe bull scenario. IWM, IWM, let's zoom out. Weekly, got that weekly, getting this weekly bounce, trying to go underway, but still just, again, daily equilibrium, most likely scenario. So just range bound, again, not trading this until it probably breaks. So weekly getting a bounce, but again, just I haven't been liking the IWM clarity too much. Let's see, Bitcoin on the weekly, let's zoom out. Weekly, yeah, I've been saying weekly higher low scout. So the most ideal scenario for the Bulls is what's kind of playing out was the weekly test of this 9 EMA and a bounce. I was kind of hoping for it to come to this 20-day EMA or below to retest the previous support, which still could happen. Um, I'm trying to like see. I'm not getting in any position, probably more position on this, just because we could still just get a weekly lower high compared to this and tighten up and then break bear. But people are also saying that we still have another, it's the beginning of January, so the trend has been 3 green years and then a red, 3 green years and a red. So we're just starting this new year, so I would expect to see another green year in general. So yeah, I mean, I still have my long-term Bitcoin position, so not getting FOMO or anything. On pullbacks, I'll just be buying. So yeah, hourly, you'd like to do the 4 hour just because it trades 24/7, so 4 hour acts more like the hourly. So yeah, I entered this paper trade really just on this 4 hour MACD cross and I'd like to see how this plays out, kind of set a target, a stop under the low. So see how it plays out. It's just a paper trade, so no big deal. Um, then the other kind of type things or other things I'm looking at, so like oil is a big one. So oil is a great big green week. So waiting for a little bit of a pullback. I didn't get any position, which I'm trying to not get FOMO because again, probably just be looking for a top rejection and at least initial rejection off of this for some daily consolidation. So I'd probably be wanting to get in on that on like some I have some like 15-minute um RSI crossings. And I think I have a 5 minute. I don't know. I had two. Let me get rid of one. So because you can see here that it didn't even get to oversold, so I just kind of bumped up my RSI. People were front running the um RSI, so which is bullish. So I think yeah, so you barely hit 15-minute, got to 15-minute, didn't even get to 15-minute, didn't even it's not even getting to 15-minute. So I'll be buying on 15-minute, 5 and 15-minute oversold probably. Let's see. Next is natural gas. I have a runner position on this still. A little weaker than I would have liked to see, but still kind of just in a break-even position. The stop would be. There's my stop under here. So hoping for a bounce on a, yeah, hoping for a little bit of a turnaround here, or else I'll probably get stopped out here and have to look at reevaluate my plan. Let's see. It's approaching hourly oversold, so yeah, I would be thinking that it would be bouncing here soon. So I was hoping for a bounce here, but maybe it's gonna bounce. So got daily um exponential moving average cross, so that's very bullish, but we needed to see some follow through because you can see here tried. So it's trying again. So again, nothing too bearish. So honestly, my stop, I'm really just waiting for like a daily pivot to like put my stop under. Like honestly, like my real stop, I kind of want it to be here. I'd probably exit half and do half here because I really think that it will pivot, and then I can use that next pivot to have my stop loss. Let's see, what's the last one? Is quantum stocks, RGTI, see on the weekly. I mean, just straight up. So I'm not trying to get too caught up in the FOMO. I'm looking for some consolidation of an indecision doji candle here, so might be running out of steam here. I mean, there's just nothing bullish. Like I have some just things here for some daily bear, just some alerts because I think if it broke this daily higher low, it'd be bearish for some weekly consolidation, which is obviously expected. It's gone up 760%, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, just looking for potentially like a bear play on this, but definitely wouldn't be entering anything bear unless the hourly pulse MACD is bearish at least. So and that we have the break this low. So that's all I have today. Thanks. Talk to you later.